I have finally got the go-ahead for the design in Chelsea Flower Show this year, and we would like to invite you to build a sand sculpture with your design.
Yeah.
Way!
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Congratulations. Chelsea Flower Show, here we come.
Oh.
A lot goes into it. Probably 3 or 4 months just thinking and talking about the actual design, and that's without you even seeing the sand. And we actually had a packet of sand sent to us in Yorkshire just so we could test the sand.
Yeah.
So what people see on the ground is they see the sculpture getting made, but that's probably only 10% of the process. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes to make something like this possible. Even in the design, we must have spent hours and hours like going over this design, so that the brief that the client give us, Bournemouth Council give us, you know, we had to make sure that all the points were in the sculpture.
Yeah.
And luckily, when we sent them the design, they were happy with it. So we think we got everything in.
Yeah, they wanted to have a surfer on the waves because they're creating the perfect surf there. So that's why we chose for the big pile being the forced perspective with the small waves on the back and then bigger waves up front, so they come towards you, and in the waves we have little surfers. And then on the front we've got the main surfer with some dolphins splashing out. But we wanted to do some more, so we decided to create a beach in front of the surf where a woman is sitting doing her yoga on the beach with her kid playing and making sandcastles to make the team healthy, joyful living.
Because what we've got 18 tons of sand and we've got very little space, and when you've got 2 people working in a little space, it's not easy. So beforehand we have to work out who does what, which part of the sculpture will be done first, when the forms will be taken off. It's thought out long and hard. Chelsea, here we come. Forms are there to contain the sand, so that when we put the sand under pressure, it stays where it is. It doesn't move, it doesn't break. Then we put in the wet sand and we compact it. The air leaves the sand, the water drains through the sand, and we have achieved a block. When we are ready for sculpting, we take the top form away and sculpt down to the next form.
It on the place in the sculpture that I want to create the flower, and I splosh it on and create 1 petal at a time, and then I take some more wet sand and I create another petal. While I make this movement, I push it in the end, so it attaches to the sculpture, and then I work my way around, so you have the complete flower. And if you want to make it really intricate, you can make another layer on top of it and you have a new circle of petals. And then in the middle you do some little pointies to create some shade and make it look like the flower has a center. Sometimes when you apply the last bit of wet sand, it overlaps the first one. And this is one of the exciting parts of sand sculpture. I remember when I was a kid and we used to make sandcastles and dig holes under it with the 2 of us. The moment when our little fingers in the sand touched, that was the great moment.
and just touching it, you touch it right, you can get skin and make it like skin and close all the little holes up.
Because we only have one color in this project, one color sand, and we do want to create contrast, we make the use of shadow. So we do sharp lines and shadows under shapes to create some contrast, and that you can actually see the shapes you make, because otherwise it merges into one big blob of sand color. And to take the forms off, they're attached with clamps, so I'm undoing the clamps first. And I dig out all the sand that may obstruct the forms, because if I take the forms off and they are obstructed by sand, you're in danger of cracking your block, and you want to save your block. So I'm taking the forms off now. The block is perfect, you can feel it. I reduce straight away some weight from the top on places where I know that you're not going to use it in the sculpture, so I reduce the weight to make it safer, because sand wants to fall down.
And then to keep the detail, they'll give it a slight spray of glue, just because obviously if wind blows on sand, it blows away. So if you've got detail, it's gone. So little bit of glue. It should last 3 months, but I don't know about the English weather. You know, normally we build them to last 3 months outside. In the last 10 months alone, we've been to 10 different countries. So we're pretty busy making sand sculptures. We went from Druridge Bay to Belgium to America to Canada, China, India. We take our sand art all around the world. It's a global phenomenon. In England, it's just being rediscovered as an art form, but in the rest of the world, it's already very, very popular. There's been sand sculptures in England on the beaches forever. I know for the last 100 years there's been at least 50 guys working on beaches in England. So we've got a very traditional way in the United Kingdom. We've got this idea of buckets and spades and castles. You know, so this is just slightly different. The best tools we have are our hands. That's the first tool of the sand sculpture. It's the first thing we use. No tools work as well as your hands. There's 18 tons of sand here. It will take me and Remy 5 working days to finish the scene. And now Remy's actually working on Flower Girl's daughter, who is building a sand castle. So yesterday you might have seen just a pile of sand. Well, today there's a little girl in the sand. A little girl not just sitting on the sand, but a little girl playing with the sand. We think it's a natural human instinct to play with sand. Take children down onto the beach, and the first thing they do is to start patting and start playing. Well, we're just taking it a step further, that's all.
Goes over, and this goes under there. This goes under there. So now this comes over here, but the next one's coming from right there, and then this one goes under there. And on the deepest point you give it some extra shade, getting some sand out. And that's how you create flecks.
It's the shadow that makes it, of course. We're working with sand, but we're also working with lights. Shadow. This is it's temporary art, and it is only sand and water. So
I live my life spending weeks and months making something beautiful happen, and then it exists for an hour or 2 hours in the moment, rather than making.
Yes,
I don't want to make something that's going to last for 1,000 years.
Yeah. So somebody said to me earlier, go see the Mona Lisa, and all I take away is a picture or a memory. And there's no difference between this.
Exactly.
Spotted a crack, so what we have to do right now is reduce some weight. We don't want it to fall on the board, so we're going to try to catch it in the bucket. To see if the crack grows, do a sort of bandage, and if it's within a few minutes or something cracks again, you know you got a problem.
It's funny actually, because the face, it had a little bit of dust on it, and I got my little straw and I went. The whole thing just rubbed up. Remy, this is Remy. He built this beautiful Indian 2 years ago at the World Championships, and everybody there was just blown away by the faces. Look at these faces are just.
Her face is beautiful.
She's probably in the top 5 face builders on the planet.
I'm rebuilding the nose. I knocked the nose off by accident. The gravity helps in this case if the sand wants to fall down. So I knocked it off, and now I want to attach a new element into my sand block. And I need to create a bit of a ledge in the sand block where the nose can sit on. And then you start shaping the nose. And you'll find the bones in the nose and the nose hold. And you don't undercut it too much. You'll see how far you can go. When you photograph a sand sculpture, it's really important not to use your flash, because the flash will be reflected by all the particles of sand, and you'll see absolutely no contrast and shade, only sand.
Yeah, this was a large sheep though.
Look at that, my God.
Something like that. We both we knocked that out in about 4 days, and that is life size. This is up here. We went very quick. In our profession, we are known as to be very, very fast. That's a life size one.
It's just different tastes, isn't it? Some people like big stone things and big metal things. I like things that are, these guys like things that are here for an hour and then gone.
It's not the experience.
These are beautiful things. It's amazing. It's amazing to take that breath away.
Well, you're special, man. That's special stuff, man. Sweet.
Oh my God, you're joking! That is absolutely fantastic! Well, Chris, really, thank you for letting us be part of your team, because we really had the best time ever. We were talking about it last night. We had such a good time building sculpture. It was fantastic. That's brilliant, mate. I'm really happy for you. I can't wait to tell that. Yeah, but nice one, man. Oh, great, brilliant. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Chris. Congratulations again. Well done, mate. You deserve everything. You and your team. You deserve every award you got, mate. Really. Congratulations. I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Yeah. Bye bye. That is absolutely fantastic, isn't it? Eh? They've wiped the field with it.
Wow!
Well done! Well done, babe!
You too, baby! It's day 5 of the Chelsea Flower Show, the last day, and today is breakdown day. Everything has to go, all these beautiful gardens and also our sand sculptures. And we're going to give the sand back. The Horticultural Society will use it to spread it out over the floor, and it will go back to the earth.
Oh, it's wonderful. Absolutely incredible. Excellent.
Very good.
The facial expressions are wonderful.
Oh, that wonderful.
Yes.
You do get a real sense of calm just watching it.
Just look forward to seeing Pulling all down. Oh, I can't believe you're going to knock it down.
3, 2, 1.
It starts to look like the pile we started with. And I think it's beautiful to see it go. And these little things that you see her hands and her face, and then he breaks it up and you can see it's only sand.
Well, the sand sculpture's had its life, and now it's time for the sculpture to go back to the air. It's only a pile of sand. This is the last sculpture. She's got to go because she's had her life. I feel a little bit sad to see her go, but I know I will see her again on the beach one day. Okay, bye-bye. The art is in the artist, not in the sand. It's only sand.
Yeah, I just think it's incredible that we did win the President's Cup. And it's everyone that contributed to it. I think well done, everybody.
That's it. Chelsea's finished. All over. Time to go home.
I think it looks fantastic. I mean, it's just so bright, you can't miss it. The minute you walk in, it's kind of there.
Because the sand stacks up on each other.
I don't know actually what they're doing with the sand, but they're going to reuse it anyway.
He's been waiting all day to do
And he will point it out to his kids. Yes, so that's what I did.
Yeah.
Oh, you're very professional. Well done, yeah.
I'm gonna go and have a fag and a coffee.
Great to meet you.
Yeah, and you, dude.